morning. Thank you, organizers, for the opportunity to participate in this conference. The topic of my presentation is the good of the family in the joint activities of the state and the church. The family as the basic social unit in the subject of interest of authorities as well as churches and other religious associations. Concern for security should be the background issue for actions taken in both communities. The society is not able to function properly in a situation when some dysfunction concerning the existence of the family appear. The subject of the present study is the examination of the mutual cooperation between local governments in Poland and churches, as well as of the legally regulated religious association. In Poland, the state's cooperation with other entities is conducted on both the central or local governmental levels. Thus, the local level can be recognized as a broad plane of cooperation between the secular and ecclesiastic communities. It is estimated that a very large number of churches and other legally regulated religious associations function in Poland. However, in public awareness, there are only a few with the largest number of followers. 50 of them have a statutory form of regulation of their legal relation, while the remaining ones are included in the register of the Minister of Interior and Administration. Poland has always been a country where the followers of different religions always lived side by side. Their mutual coexistence was appropriate, above some conflicts that lead to tragedy sometimes appeared between them. Despite being tolerant of its diversity, Polish state has turned several times against the followers of specific religions of ritual in his history. Security provides a sense of balance and stability. The ask of the generally recognized authorities, including local governments, is to create and improve factors conditioning the development of the family. By confirming the basic needs of the smallest and at the same time the basic social unit, the family, the state and the church fulfill their elementary obligation focused on the care from the common good. The development of the family determines the development of the entire society. Furthermore, the proper support from these both communities guarantees the strengthening of entire nation. The concept of the family. On the basis of the Constitution, along with the marriage, motherhood, or parenthood, the family is under the care and protection of the Republic of Poland. Therefore, the tasks of the authorities are supposed to be focused on both meeting the needs of the above-mentioned entities by immediate actions and on creating protective mechanisms in the form of appropriate normative and institutional guarantees. The above assumptions also correspond to the guarantees specified in Article 71 of the Constitution, where the state is obligated to take into account the good of the family in its social and economic policy. These families that are in a difficult functional and social situation, especially those with many children and single parents, families have the rights to special assistance from public authorities. The principle of the cooperation. The cooperation of the political community, which also includes local governments, unit churches, and other religious associations, has its organized in the social teaching of the Catholic Church. In the later, on the subject, some attempts are made to explain the premises of cooperation between the state and churches and other religious associations. This includes focusing on the common good, the fact that the same people so create the state and belong to individual churches and religious associations, and the fact that there are certain areas of social life that are of the interest to both the state and individual churches and religious associations. The essence of cooperation manifests itself as joint activities focused on achieving the same goals. This idea also includes support of one entity for the activities undertaken by another. In Poland, the practice of cooperation between the state and the church dates back of the beginnings of our statehood. In the past, the church performed a variety of public functions, replacing the state. Because of constitutional regulations, cooperation has become a systematic principle covering all confessional entities with a regulated legal situation. According to Article 55, relations between the state and churches and other religious associations are shaped, among others, and the basis of cooperation for the good of men and the common good. Cooperation of local government units in the field of family security should be based on the principle of subsidiarity, which was included by the legislator in the preamble of the Constitution. The sense of the principle of subsidiarity results is the fact that the government should fulfill an actual function in relation to its citizens and the communities in which they function by fulfilling, thus they cannot be performed effectively at lower organizational levels. The scope of cooperation. Supporting the family and organizing the system of foster care and social assistance, as well as conducting pro-family policies, have been classified on the own task of local government units. Moreover, the Local Governments Act obliges the community to provide social and medical care to pregnant women. Social assistant tasks are a part of the function performed by individual churches and religious associations and are included in the scope on charitable and welfare activities, thus their cooperation with local government units is specified in the Act on Social Assistance. In addition, religious entities, along with the local governments, voivodes, social and professional organizations, a scientific environment, may delegate their representatives to the so-called social welfare. Care for interests of individual family members and mutual cooperation of local governments, units with churches and religious associations have been proclaimed in the Act of Counteracting Domestic Violence. The well-being and security of the family is also expressed to the concern for the health of individual members. According to the legislator, mutual cooperation of local governments, units with churches and religious associations include, among others, the care and assistance the pregnant woman. Summary. The family as the basic social unit in expression of the common concern of political community represented among others by local governments units and churches and religious associations. The personal substrate is a common part of both communities, which also obliges them to cooperate. The concept of the family on which the implemented action are to be focused should be broadly interpreted as community living in a common household and jointly contributing to its development. In order to fully realize individuals' rights, they should grow up in an environment that provides them with a sense of security. Therefore, it's so important for the small social unit, the family, to be provided with appropriate conditions for development and dignified existence. The need for security is the primary value which other goods cannot be achieved. Summarizing the findings made in this study, the following conclusion can be drawn. The family as the basic social unit in the subject of interest of authorities as well as churches and other religious associations. Care for the good of family should be the point of reference for actions taken for the temporal community, which is the state, and spiritual community, which is the church. The society is not able to function properly in a situation where some dysfunction concerning the existence of the family appear, because the well-being of the family determines the well-being of the entire nation. The necessity of assuring the family security belongs to the group of primary needs. That its execution determines not only the preservation of life and health, but also the development of the individuals. The proper functioning of the family is influenced by many factors, including living conditions, parent working time, parents' social-cultural, liver harmonious cohabitation, a proper organization of family life. In both internal and internal laws, the legislator has not established a legal definition of a family, but is limited only the recognition of the entities that constitute it. The cooperation of the political community, which also includes local governments, units along with churches and other religious organizations, has it organized in the social teaching of the Catholic Church. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.